Alright guys, Otherkin Kit here. Here to talk about dating, relationships, anything like that. This video is actually for Drea, so she kind of wanted some tips, what I think on our relationship, stuff like that. If you're not Otherkin, you're watching this, you might find it helpful. Even if you are Otherkin, I suggest you watch it anyways. Just going to give you my personal perspective on dating, relationships, all that like I said. So without further ado, let's get started. And the first thing I want to talk about is communication, and more in particular, listening to what the person has to say. That goes both ways, but if you are a non-Otherkin, or even if you're dating someone who is Otherkin, then you need to listen. Whatever they have to tell you is what they believe, usually, concerning it, and it's very important to them. Even if you don't believe it, at least give it a chance. They believe it, so it's always a good thing to listen. And I want to thank you, Drea, in particular, for listening, and, well, it seems like you always listen. You understand me. Had several ex-girlfriends, couldn't tell them anything, couldn't talk to them, and the relationship just came to a grinding halt. Just as soon as you try to bring it up and they don't believe you, they won't have anything to do with it, well, then the relationship's over. It's, going to be very difficult to change their mind, change their opinion, if they're not open to things. So I'd suggest getting out of that relationship, but you can work through it. I believe it's possible, but it's going to be very difficult, so I would suggest looking for another option if you can. Next thing I want to talk about is honesty. And, well, this goes with communication. You just need to be completely honest with each other. And once again, Drea, I want to thank you. You're pretty blunt about a lot of things. It's kind of cool and nice. It's just really helpful in any relationship. The Otherkin person has to be honest and not sugarcoat certain things. You need to understand what a shift is, stuff like that, if you're dating an Otherkin, and whenever that happens, I think that both parties need to need to get an understanding of what's going to happen at that point. It's not the end of the world. Drea was on the phone for me, and one night I shifted, so I don't know how much she heard, but, well, thank you for staying with me. I always feel like crap whenever it's over, but at the same time, shortly after I recover, it's just nice to have somebody there to talk to, and thank you for that. So we have honesty and communication. Those are two very important things. Let's talk about religion in general. Don't really want to offend anybody, but me personally, I'm not a huge fan of religion. I'm willing to be open-minded, though, and so that is a big part of a relationship, is being open-minded with another kin. So I want to thank Drea for at least listening to what I believe, and I've listened to her. She's a Christian. I don't hold the same beliefs as her, but they're not conflicting. We have talked about it several times, and I'm glad that we agree to disagree. Anyways, it's just kind of nice when people are open-minded, and religion can, once again, be a deal-breaker in a relationship, so that's definitely something to keep a lookout for. And one last thing I want to talk about is just social situations, stuff like that. The Otherkin person usually, at least from my experience and a few other people I've talked to, has a different viewpoint on the world. Well, they kind of have to. And doing that, they sometimes have a lot of social awkwardness and just a general inability to understand certain cues that most people would get. Me in particular, the other day we had this little fight because there's something that she posted, and it was really romantic and sweet, and I look back on it now and it's really cute. But at the time I didn't quite understand. I was just confused by it. I didn't know how to react, and I reacted badly. So she ultimately forgave me. I had to think about it for a while. And, and if you're in a relationship with someone like that, that's a good thing. If you're constantly doing that and they're not willing to compromise, and, they're just gonna hold it over you, then that's kind of a deal breaker as well. You want to start off a relationship with somebody that's already compatible with you, and dating a non-kin is pretty hard, at least from my experience. And, well, Drea is the closest thing that happened. I did once date a vampire, but that just didn't work out. She was way crazy. I guess I wasn't open-minded enough. I mean, she just believed some really radical ideas, and I just couldn't accept them. I mean, she was just crazy. So, I don't know. That's another thing. If somebody doesn't believe anything, don't call them crazy. Or don't call other people's beliefs crazy, because it's what they believe. I probably shouldn't do that. I kind of shot myself in the foot there, but, well, people are willing to tolerate things to a point. You just have to find the person who is willing to tolerate as what you believe in. In particular, as far as otherkin, spirituality, things like that, they're not quite easy all the time to accept, but usually a person who says something like that, as long as they're not claiming to physically shift, has reason behind it, and they'll probably go on and on and on if you ask. So, I just think that if you're going to start dating in a relationship, then you need to take the time to listen to what the person believes, listen to their experiences whenever they try to tell you. Because it's not easy. It's not easy to open up to somebody like that. It's kind of taboo in a way, and it doesn't make them a bad person if they're otherkin. Just, I don't think I'm a bad person in general. I can function every day. I have a job, go to school, fairly healthy, so I don't know. I mean, it's just a daily challenge, and, well, it's just something I have to live with. So, Drea, I just want to say thank you once again for taking a chance. I know you say that I took a chance, but, I'm really lucky, and I hope that we stay together. I really do. I don't see anything breaking us apart, but you never know, and I'm enjoying every minute of this. So I'm just very thankful, and I want to say thank you for that. I'm glad that you liked that flower that I gave you last time over the internet. Sorry that we're not next to each other, but long distance relationships are always difficult, and I think that getting to know somebody online, it's a little bit more sincere sometimes, because people can put on a face and they present what they want you to see. So, being online, you're just around the person all the time, and they can't always maintain that sort of face, that same sort of disguise, mask, whatever you want to call it, all the time online. So, I think it actually gets you to the root of who the person really is, and it's easier to actually open up. The anonymity of the internet is a good thing, and it can help out. You just have to make sure that the person who you're dating is who you think they are. So, be careful of that. And for the otherkin, don't be afraid to show who you are. My otherkin friends out there, don't be afraid of person judging you and all that. If they truly love you, they will accept who you are. Listen to your stories, and you'll have a good relationship. I think that otherkin love is genuine whenever it happens. Both parties have to be willing to compromise, though, have to be willing to listen, have to be honest with each other, and forgiving. Because there will be certain situations where both parties mess up, just in every relationship. So, I don't know, I've rambled on long enough, and I just want to say thank you guys for listening. Comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up. There's stuff in the crotch bar, probably, anything like that. I'll send you a link to all the otherkin information. So, until next time, peace out. I'm Otherkin Kit. Goodbye.